It's your girl Girly, and today we have a special guest. You guys have seen her before if you guys have watched the women's Q&A video. We have
Bree with the T. You already know what day it is and what's on the menu.
So today is going to be a little interesting because we are going to be doing a collaboration with her podcast called
Thursdays
my bad, because I had a brain fart. My bad. But yes, Thursdays are for tea. If you guys want to tune in on what she has to say, because she be coming up with the latest teas. If you bored on the train, listen, you got to pop that in your ear and listen, okay? So I'm going to put her information down below. And yeah, that is the latest podcast to watch.
Period.
Listen. I mean, I don't know why I forgot the name because I legit be listening to this shit all the time. It's not shit. But yeah, yo, fire. Okay.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Bree, and you already know what day it is and what is on the menu. Welcome to Thursdays Are for Tea, and if you didn't hear me the first time, this is your host Bree. Welcome to the first week of March Madness Tea Edition, where every week I'm bringing you double the episodes with double the guests. Every Sunday in March, the topics will be announced for the following Thursday, so stay tuned on Sunday on the Lord's Day for every single one of those announcements. So here with me today, I got a special guest. Introduce yourself to the people, ma'am.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your girl Girly, and I don't know if you guys have heard about me.
They have.
Yes. So if you haven't done so already, check out that women's Q&A video that your host right now, the hostess with the mostest, is on.
Yes.
It was fire. And also subscribe and turn on that notification bell.
Yes,
and yeah,
you can find that Q&A video. It's the last link on my link tree, so it's still there. So please go click on it, get her more views. I think the last time I watched it, you were on 400.
Yeah,
way more than the guys, but not mine.
No big facts, yo. Everybody's sleeping on the guys' videos. The guys about to make a comeback. Okay?
I guess. But yes, tune into the women's Q&A, and I guess as everybody could tune into the guys one right after, just to see where the differences are. So right now we're gonna start with a new segment. We're doing icebreakers all month with our guests. So go ahead, because this is an icebreaker that Girly introduced me to. Go ahead.
Okay, so if you guys have seen my Q&A video, I usually start off with a cup full of questions that you guys give us after we've taken a poll on Instagram or through whatever social media means, and we will answer them to the best of our ability. Yeah. So we kind of I saw half the questions, she saw half the questions. We don't really know
the other half's questions, but we know kind of what we put in there each other.
Yeah. So it's still a surprise factor.
Okay. Yep. So go. You're the guest, so you got to pick the first question.
Please.
It's the sign of defeat early for me.
I'm scared for these questions. Hold up. Yo! Why?
How did you get that first?
Okay. So the first question is, do you groom your cookie for yourself or for others? How often do you do it? For those of you that do not know, cookie is another
kitty.
Yeah. It's another term for your lady.
Cooter cat.
Mm-hmm.
Tchotchke.
So go ahead.
No, you pick the question. You can answer first.
Okay. Do I groom my cookie? I think it's a little bit of both. I know if if it's getting a little out of hand, I might do a little trim, whatever. But if it's I don't know. If I'm having my own little link, whatever. I don't know. It depends. But 9 times out of 10, you can never plan for what happens.
Ooh.
So
okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
Just went
if I'm not prepared. But yes, go ahead.
So like she said, so if I am linking sneakily, or if I'm with said person, I try to, like she said, I do it for both. It's for me because it definitely feels better to have minimal anything down there. And then, because I think we tugging on your panties a little bit. During quarantine, I was struggling. Okay, that shit hurt. No, sorry. Anyway, but I mostly do it for myself, but it is for the other person. It's just more pleasant, I would say. So if I were to do it regularly, I think regular regularly for me is either once a month if I'm feeling rich, or once every 2 months if I'm feeling still rich but slightly poorer.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna put them this here. Alright, let me pick the next question.
Dang, it just had to be that question too.
How did you pick that one first? We tried everything, y'all. The shuffle and everything. Okay. Biggest turn-ons. I really just wrote this. So, I'm gonna start this. So, biggest turn-ons. I love somebody that can make me laugh. Always. Make me laugh. Great smile. Someone who's nurturing. I like to think that I'm nurturing. So, if you nurture me in any kind of way early on, like, I'm already that's gonna get a girl. You know? Your turn.
Biggest turn on, especially if I'm feeling you, and you know, with like just the fact that you would reach out to me and say, oh, just to be annoying, just say, hey, I'm being annoying, I know you're busy, but have a beautiful day, or like just something sweet like that. It's like, aw, that's cute.
Right.
It's cute. Like, go ahead, drop your pants. But
Okay.
no, seriously, if you do like nice, considerate things, or just say certain things, yeah. I think so. And if you're creative, you have to be creative.
Ooh.
When I see you in your passion and in your element, yes, love it. Okay. Okay. Next question. When you split, does it hurt? So does the cat hurt? No.
How long has it been since you done a split?
Oh, it's been a long time since I've done a split, but I feel like it's mainly like the muscles in your thighs. It's not really. Nah. You don't feel it there.
Nah. No, actually, I felt it there.
Really?
Yes, there was one time where I did do a split. This is actually around the same time we were on the team together. We used to dance together, if nobody knew that. But I think it was one of the first times I tried it, and like I think it was like on one side of the wall of my coochie. That shit was killing me for at least a week, and it was just because like I tore a muscle that was so close to it that it strained.
Oh man.
But it healed. Pussy back in commission, doesn't matter. But yeah, so it's possible, but I've definitely experienced it where it hurted. But it's mostly the thigh muscle, like she said. Like if I really felt it after that, it was always in my thighs. Damn. I forgot all about that. Just unlock the memory. How do you gain access to the cookie jar? So this is a question that I guess would be for the fellas. How you gain access to the coochie? For me, make me laugh a lot. You gotta be funnier than me. Like I carry this humor shit on my back. So okay, no, I'm kidding. But really, you gotta be funny, and I have to find you. Funny. That'll get you places. Like initially, that'll get you closer. But honestly, courtship, making me feel special. Excuse me. Actually making me feel special. Don't do that whole, yeah, you special, but she's special too, and she's special too, but she, you know, none of that. If I'm like really the only one, and I know that, and you make it known, like the cookie jar is on the way. What about you?
It's pretty much in addition to that, because I feel like it's very similar, but just like read my love language, or just like see my intelligence in my mind, and you know, then you can see the rest of me. And if I see that you can see that in me, then
exactly,
things can happen.
Heavy on the read the love languages. If you listen to my last episode was it 7? That's exactly what we were talking about. If you don't know, go find out. Yes. Is it my turn to pick? Or your turn?
Oh, it's my turn.
That was us. Okay.
Have you ever used your cookie as a manipulation tactic?
Ooh.
Yo. Have you ever used your cookie as a manipulation tactic? I feel like as women, we all have. That's just it. That's it. Maybe not. Okay, you're right. But I'm not gonna lie. I have used it before. I mean, I haven't given it up, but I use it as like bait. Like, oh, if you want this, then you know you gotta work for it. You gotta work hard for me. But that's just having standards.
That's fair. My turn. No.
You use it for manipulation?
I think it's like for something small, like, you know, let's say somebody get me tight and they expecting to get in the coochie. I'm like, you should have thought about that. Now, if you really want it, you gotta be nice. But something like that, like something trivial like that, where it's not really coming from an argument, but like that's if we're already like involved. But if not, you know, then that's when what you said come in, like you gotta work for it. This coochie, like I really gotta like see something in you somewhere to want to give you the coochie. So you got to work for it. And I don't think that's us manipulating them, though. That's literally what you said, having standards.
I feel like, yeah. But, like, I know, okay, I've heard stories, and I've seen it on Twitter where people will say, like, oh, you know, if you buy me this or that, or they'll give it as a payment, they'll give it as a reward for, okay, you treated me out to this, you bought me this, XYZ,
like you
now you
me
get
out.
it.
Yes, like you fly me out, now you get coochie. No.
Right. So I feel like that's a way to manipulate.
Unpopular opinion, you said it's a form of payment, but it is technically an exchange. It's something like a currency thing.
Okay.
It is. Don't fight us for saying it because you don't want to hear it. But if you're saying like, yo, if you fly me out, then okay, you get that's literally an exchange of goods. Granted, if your thing is good. Sorry. But yeah, that's what I think. It's my turn. We got, what, 2 questions left?
Yes, ma'am.
Hell yeah. Have you ever tried the cookie? No. But I've thought about it, as every woman, maybe not. Let me not speak for all women, but I've definitely thought about it. You know, my favorite type is chocolate chip. Sugar.
You're mad annoying. I'm like, and yo, you literally had me thinking about an actual cookie for a second. Like what's my favorite cookie?
Okay. So, we're talking about in terms of other women. No, but I've definitely thought about it. It's that curious experimental stage in your life. I've just never tried it. So, I guess stay tuned. I don't know.
Okay, have I tried it? No. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not interested. I'm good off it. No bash on nobody else, but I'm good off it. Thanks.
Alright, so now that we finished the Q&A and we've broken all the ice up in here, it's time to start with our flavor of the day today. So as you notice, a lot of our Q&A questions were cookie inspired. So our flavor of the day is the cookie worth the wait?
Sorry. I felt it.
So, what inspired this topic? So, if you haven't heard of him, we're going to show you today. So, Kevin Samuels. Wait till we explain who he is and play his video. He's going to become very familiar to you. So, Kevin Samuels actually is an image consultant for men. He does male makeovers. If you're trying to update your image or whatever, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty penny. And he's also a dating advice guru online. He has been trending lately due to stirring controversy with a lot of his dating advice to women. So some say he's doing the Lord's work. Others say he is a misogynist. He hosts live streams on YouTube where real women actually call in and he responds by giving them dating advice. So it's not general. There are people actually going to him for advice. He literally to me, he obliterates the very existence of these women.
He embarrasses. Let's keep it a sec. He really embarrasses and kind of makes them contemplate their whole life decisions.
Basically, obliterating them, knocking them out with his responses. Because I'm sitting here like, damn. Some say on Twitter that he may not believe the things he's saying. That he's portraying the type of men women might encounter in their search for these certain types.
Oh, so he's trying to portray
like the men,
a critical type of man.
Basically, so let's say in one of the videos, it's a lot of women searching for high value men. A lot like what B. Simone said to Manifest. So he's saying you're looking for a high value man. Well, what about you is high value? And then he'll start like going for them, coming for them. Well, why do you expect to find a man? And a lot of people say that that's him portraying the men that they will encounter.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I feel like that's playing devil's advocate right there.
It's a stretch.
It's a little bit of a reach.
It's definitely a stretch.
But I think it's plausible. It's not, I'm not opposed to it. We gotta hear him. Look. Listen, I'm fair here. I'm fair with the team. We gotta hear him out first. But like I said, so he kept coming up on my TikTok feed, and Girly was one of few people who kept sending me his videos to watch it. So I'm like, you know what? It's time to watch it. So let's watch it together.
Listen, man. I'm making light of it because it is crazy. You're almost 40 years old with 2 kids talking about celibate. You need to be trying to get that shit away to secure a man.
No.
Listen, so when I said if you attracted a higher value man, you think you're going to make him wait until marriage? How do you think that's?
Sweetheart, I'm gonna tell you like this. My cookies is worth the wait.
Well, first off, check that, sweet. No, your cookies ain't worth the wait because you ain't made nobody wait. You got 2 kids without a marriage.
Yo, I watched this, but this still hits different because it's just like it's I don't know. Woo. Okay, sorry. Just got my blood boiling a little bit. But go ahead.
Okay, so just some background. Basically, a woman with 2 kids called in justifying her celibacy while in pursuit of a high value man. What do you think about his response?
I understand his reasoning. His response, however, was out of line. I don't think any decent human being can it came off as a very in a condescending way, almost somewhat misogynistic, and you pretty much said you gotta give that cookie away. Like, you have no choice. You got 2 kids already. They don't want you, not pure anymore. Give it away. What kind of disrespect?
When you put it like that, I get it. Yeah, nah. This video was out of line. It was the way he said it. So was he right though?
Okay, so I know a lot of people that do have his approach, and I support the whole straightforwardness.
Mm-hmm.
You said, is he right?
Is he right? Not even worried about his delivery. Basically, what he said is, you cannot expect a high value man to want you to value your celibacy if you have already 2 kids and you've in the past voided that rule to yourself. Do you think he's right about that?
No. There's a reason why we got stepdaddies and stepmamas out here. There is a reason. What was the reason?
What was the reason?
But no, there's a reason we got step parents out here, because they're like, some women, honestly, you don't have to, if you choose to be celibate because you've learned from your mistakes about having, sex, all willy-nilly. Listen, I work with kids, y'all, so I'm used to.
We're gonna use a lot of.
But if you're used to giving out sex willy-nilly and you want to change because now you got kids looking up to you and you don't want to bring just any man in the house,
right?
Then you can say, hey, I'm gonna be celibate. I can get a high value man because of my character and who I am and who I want to be,
right?
Who I can be.
Okay. Well, honestly, that answers my question, because I was about to ask you, should she be flinging the cat to whoever's trying to court her?
My bad.
Should she be flinging the cat to whoever's trying to court? Because that's essentially what he's saying. Like, no matter who approaches you, you should be flinging that cat. But I feel like his delivery wasn't right, because you should say, if a high value man steps to you and you feel like you should void that celibacy promise that you made to yourself, then it is what it is. If he his response was too harsh. I can't even fix it. I'm sorry. I fixed B. Simone's manifestation challenge video. I can't fix this shit because there's no way.
It's not even. It isn't even too harsh. It was just downright disrespectful, and I feel like he was very conscious of what he was doing and how he was saying it, because people watch him for the disrespect, for him to exploit these women's experiences and just them coming to him for advice and question. He exploits that and makes it disrespectful just for the people to watch.
Honestly, I do want to say I do want to see how he speaks to men before I can label him misogynistic.
Right.
Because if I can see him talk to men, and if he talked to men at the same value of this, like, well, what do you expect for a woman if you can't get your shit together, then I'd respect him just a little bit more. If you're going to disrespect people, you got to disrespect everybody at the end of the day. That's the same thing as saying men aren't shit, women ain't shit, but you can't brush across one to value the other.
Right.
Word to everything. If he disrespects men the way he does, maybe I should look into that, but I've only seen him provide dating advice to women. All he does is fix men's image, so I need to see videos of him.
Yo, if you out here, what's his name?
Kevin Samuels.
If you out here and you watching this is the response to you. Let us hear what you have to say to these men out here. Right. Some of them may not even be coming to you for advice because the way you be dogging women, but let's hear what you have to say about the men, because men and women are both on equal playing field. Let's keep it a stat. Let's stop this whole double standard nonsense.
Okay. So like I said, our flavor of the day today is the cookie worth the wait? So when I was doing my research for this topic, I kind of realized that the question should actually be, is the cookie worth the delay? And I didn't know this. I grew up thinking that delay and wait were synonymous. Like the exact definition is just two different ways to say it. But actually, the difference is to delay is to put off until a later time. But to wait is to put something off until a specific event occurs. So that's what people say, oh, I'm waiting till marriage. There's a way to put, like, to wait. So you would have to say, so what you're saying is the cookie worth the wait. That's like us asking them, like, are you willing to wait until marriage to have sex? But I feel like what we're talking about today is more of, is the cookie worth the delay? Is it worth delaying getting the cookie for a few months while you court them? I found that difference to be hella interesting. What you think? Cause I was like,
honestly, I feel like wait is accurate.
really?
And I'm gonna put it in terms like this. So let's say you wait in, you're about to go on a flight, right? You're waiting for your flight. You're fine. Now, if your flight is delayed, that means there's something like there's something negative attached to the word delay, and it's just like I'm gonna stop here. This is not it. No. I don't know what it is, but it's like delay just seems like there's something being put in your path. Whereas waiting is like it'll come when it comes. I don't know.
Well,
I could be bugging.
But that's why I had to look. That's why I looked it up.
Sorry,
so
I'm chatting.
I'm gonna use the words wait or delay interchangeably, just to, because I still feel like, even though delay has a negative connotation, I still feel like the textbook definition without putting connotations on it kind of makes a little bit more sense, because you're not really. I feel
like wait is natural. Delay is forced. Boom.
But aren't you forcing? Aren't you for? We're
no,
natural.
We're vocalizing it.
That's forcing it.
No, because you're just saying it, but it's all about action.
Okay, we going too deep into this. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna stop arguing. Anyway, so how long have you delayed or waited in your experience? In a courtship, relationship, situationship, like, doesn't matter.
How long or the longest I've ever?
Listen, what you want to answer? Because if you tell me how long, I'm gonna ask what was the shortest. So
okay, so the longest that I've ever waited or delayed.
The cookie.
I guess it was a year with no. While I was in a relationship, but guaranteed I was a virgin at the time. So
a year?
Yeah, because I was a virgin.
Okay.
So that, like, it was different, but he never got the cookie.
now, fellas,
he never got the cookie.
Imagine waiting a year and you walk out that relationship unscathed. And damn, I know he's still hurting. He's
fine.
Three years in the morning, like,
we were all young. It's okay.
Oh, you were young. Okay,
I was young. That's why I was like,
okay. Shortest.
The shortest.
See, that's why I said if you open the door.
I feel like, okay, so the shortest during courtship, not necessarily, okay, courtship. I would say like 2 weeks.
Why are you whispering?
I'm thinking. I would say an estimate 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. So what were some of the reasons when you did delay it? Either or, for what are some of the reasons as to why?
9 times out of 10, I just wasn't sure of them and their intentions. Because sometimes, like, it's okay to, like, if you got an itch you want to scratch, by all means scratch it. But as far as me, sometimes I want to have, like, an actual intimate partner. I still need that intimacy, not a hit and go. And then we don't talk to each other for months, years. We don't even reach out to each other. I don't roll like that. I still want to at least have contact with you. If we still friends, we still cool, whatever the case may be. But I don't like that hit and run. Okay. Nah, I don't like it. That's just a me thing, though. So
okay, all right, that's fair. So Steve Harvey's 90-day rule is a prime example of waiting or delaying. Now, the 90-day rule, according to Steve Harvey, it gives women a chance to get to know the person that they are dating without complicating the process with sex. Now, to do simple, quick maths for y'all, 90 days is 3 months. 3. Okay? So, could you really wait 90 days before having sex with someone that you are dating?
Whew.
Yep.
Wait,
Let that
hold
sink
up.
in. 90
Can
days.
you wait 90 days,
Why
aka
you
3 months?
Why are you twisting this on?
Because I feel like I'm answering all the questions around
That's
here.
the point of having a guest.
Okay, but at the same time, you gotta answer your own question, right? See, I'm
I
pretty
was
sure
hoping I
that
was gonna get away with murder
The
without
people-
having to answer it. You know what I'm saying?
the people are agreeing behind the screen and the recording and everything. What about you? Can you really wait 90 days?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, I can't. I've never waited that long.
Okay.
I've never.
You are not a Joan. Those that have watched Girlfriends know
Yeah,
what I'm talking about. You're not a Joan.
I'm looking at Joan like, the fuck you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Nah, she was wildin' because every time it was like almost there and she almost met the man, the love of her life. No, I'm sorry. I got a 90-day rule.
I can't.
Baby girl, it's not it.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea.
Like if you're whatever reason for you waiting, okay, cool.
It's your prerogative. But for me, I felt like I've never found an actual reason as to why I was waiting. Yes, you want to get to know the person that you are getting to know, but the person that you are trying to get to know, if their intentions are only sex, for you to wait 90 days to find that out is stupid. It's not, let me not call it stupid because everybody's entitled to it, but I feel like people show their true colors in 2 days, 90 days. Either way, you're gonna see it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to wait 90 days just for you to ghost me is like,
listen, let's keep it real. Some people are married to certain people for like maybe 10 years and they still don't know the person that's sleeping next to them.
those be people that probably wait 90 days, maybe a year or something.
90 days.
Listen, so let me answer the last question that I posed to Girly. The shortest I've ever waited was
Quick math.
the shortest I've ever waited is probably 2 weeks, but that's just 2 weeks of us talking. Like that's just 2 weeks of us actually being in each other's faces and getting to know each other in person, hanging out. We're probably hanging out a lot in those 2 weeks for me to even feel comfortable. But before that, we probably like talked for a while. I just can't count how long we've been talking before that. But that's the shortest. The longest I've ever waited by default was for one person who was courting me. I waited. Wait. That's about 7 months. And we were talking on and off, but 7 months until we actually did anything.
And was it worth the wait?
Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. Next! But the point is, you can really have sexual chemistry with someone from day one. What's wrong? Like, I'm not saying that there is nothing wrong with having sex from day one, but what's wrong? But I need to know. I need to hear what's wrong with it.
Let me see. Okay. I don't think there's a problem with having sex from day one. However, I feel like, yeah, I think.
Exactly.
What is the problem with it? What is the problem with it?
I've seen a lot of it where like men finally wait the 90 days and they are just sitting here like, that's it. But women do the same thing. You will wait 90 days, finally have sex with them on day 91, and just be either unsatisfied, unimpressed. What was the point of wait? Like, I'm saying you're waiting all 90 days. That's my problem with Steve Harvey's rule. If he said 30, I'd be like, oh, 30, yeah, 2 months max, but 90 days. I feel like he just said that because it just sounds good and looks good on paper. 90 days, it just sounds good.
Because realistically,
90 days, please.
I mean, it's possible. I know some people like wait till marriage, and shout outs to you guys for having that type of discipline but it couldn't be
It's
me.
not for everybody.
Couldn't be me.
It's not for everybody. So I want to know, but I noticed, before I get into that, I noticed now, like, because talking stages are such a thing in Gen Z dating, I see that sex comes earlier within talking stages, but talking stages aren't necessarily considered courting.
Yes. So, I mean, we're a little older, so we know what courting is. Going out, like, courting is somewhat equivalent to dating without being official with one another. Like,
Right.
I want to take you out on a date. I want to make you feel
That
special.
man is just expressing interest into you. That's what courting is.
He wants to pass by, say hello, like really old school. Maybe like even give you flowers. Guys, give a girl a flowers.
Chivalry ain't dead.
It's not.
Chivalry
It's
ain't
not.
dead.
But yo, that is what courting is. Modern day dating. But don't expect to get the cookie.
That's what courting is. And that's what Steve Harvey's talking about in the 90-day rule. He's talking about courting a woman. Like that courting itself is old fashioned. So if you're looking to date her, you are interested in dating her and seeing where it'll go. Chivalry is not dead. You have to put in the work, and you can't expect the cookie to come along just because you're putting in the work. That's what, to him, you're supposed to do. Reverse, let's say she courted you. She can't expect to have sex with you either. It's an equal playing field. So don't think that this is just one-sided or very just focused on one gender. You have to understand whoever initiated it and decided to court the other, like go on dates, back and forth, whatever, you can't expect sex. And I think the men who do expect sex within the first few days, y'all the ones that are ruining it for yourselves. Because we can sense it, and that automatically turns everything off. Like, it's just like, oh, it's slow for you. Slow. Real slow. But, sorry, I got off the topic. But is it possible to court someone and be courted while having sex with them? Is it possible?
Is it possible to court someone?
And still, is it possible to court someone while having sex with them? Or be courted while having sex with that person? Like, can you still go through the whole courtship phase while having sex with that? That's like having sex early on.
I feel yes, it can happen. However, keep in mind it starts to add a level of confusion, because then you guys have to ask the question, what are we?
But I gotta ask that if you're pursuing me for months.
But then 9 times out of 10, let's say, regardless of whether they're pursuing you for months, now you're adding sex into it. So now you're more inclined to add titles to it because you want to know the level of exclusivity.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's a word.
Might be.
Check
Might
me,
not.
please. Fact check me. But you guys want to know where you guys at, where do you guys stand. And because some men and some women do not want to commit, they go the easy route and say, oh, we're friends with benefits. So you automatically just cut your blessing. You guys just threw your blessing away. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to ask for what this is, but just say what it is. Stop sugarcoating it.
Okay, I can agree with that. No, that's where it is. If you're gonna have sex and court at the same time, you have to know exactly what it is. You have to know what the intentions are. If he says, yes, we are having sex, yes, I'm courting you, but the intention is to get into a relationship, I see no problem with it. But if he's gonna sit here and just beeline every time you say, well, what are your intentions, but he still wants to have guaranteed sex with you, then that's an issue. Make sense?
Sidebar, this is not, I'm not throwing shade at nobody, but chillin', Bree knows this story. Chillin' is not chillin'. Chillin' is chillin'. Chillin' is not an indication of what y'all are, what y'all doing, what's your intentions. We chillin' is nothing.
Chillin', that's a word, bro.
That is disrespectful.
We're chilling right now. We're chilling right now. We're having a conversation. We're chilling.
You just
the act of the chill. No. Shut up.
You just the act of the chill.
No, but like you cannot say like I've had experiences where like somebody would ask somebody that I'm seeing. Mind you, I'm saying I'm seeing them because I'm seeing you. They'll say, oh, what are you two? What are your intentions? Oh, we're chilling. Pardon?
You're adding confusion into the mix.
Don't do it, fellas. If you want guaranteed access to that nookie for more time, don't do it. Don't dig yourself into a hole that you cannot get out of. Okay?
Just say what it is. That's it.
Okay. So I have a scenario for you. What would you do if someone has been courting you for 3 months without even mentioning sex? Perfect. You finally do the do, and it sucks. What do you say with that person? And do you break it off? What do you do? What do you do?
And it was only one time?
The first time, the one time. This is the moment y'all been waiting for, and just...
Alright.
That's what we doing here on Thursdays Are For Tea. We stumping people, okay?
Yo, I'm not gonna say I don't know because I do know. I don't know is a cheap way out. So, let's see. What would I do? I would try again. And maybe, switch up the positions and like kind of give it like direct a little bit without like unintentionally direct and see how it goes.
Manipulating with the cookie.
Not manipulating, but that's unintentionally direct during the process. Like, okay, move a little to the left. That's direction. That's not manipulation. And yeah, and see how it is. If it still sucks, then
You gonna break it off?
yeah, but not blatantly. Okay, I would find a way. I would find a way out.
Nah, y'all.
I would say, hey, oh, I wouldn't know what to say. I'm sorry, I can't. That's a self-esteem destroyer.
Yo, bro, it's just not doing it for me. So let's just be G's about this and go about our own separate ways. Feel me? Alright, cool.
Yo, for everybody that's listening to this, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. Please write it in the comments. I don't know if you have a comment in your podcast.
Hit me up, DM me. You already know what it is. Or you can comment below the clips. Whatever you want.
But yes, if you are watching this on YouTube, please let me know, how would you break it off after 3 months and the sex is bad? What would you do? Not even how would you break it off. What would you do and how would you go through with it? Because, listen, your girl needs to know.
We need some tips.
Not big facts. We gotta give advice to the public, y'all.
You know what it is? Yes, that was our flavor of the day. Is the cookie worth the wait? I hope we gave you some good advice. Did we give advice at all? We just talked a whole lot of shit.
We was chatting.
We
I'm
just talked
sorry,
a whole lot
y'all.
of shit, y'all. Honestly, my advice is, let's give it some advice. My advice is do what you want to do. Wait as long as you want. If you're the person that's into 90 days, do you. If you're not into 90 days, as long as you are safe about it and you understand fully what you are doing and you communicate, you both communicate as adults that, hey, this is something that I want to do. I think this is something that we should do. I'm all for it, but just do what's right for you.
Okay. So, well said. My advice to you guys is, in addition to that, do what you want to do, but be conscious of what you do and how you're feeling. Okay? Remember, it's not the cookie talking, it's your gut feeling, and listen to your head. Okay? So there's that. And cut the double standard bullshit. It gotta go. It really does. It gotta go. Stop scrutinizing women. It's not it. And sorry, Mr. Samuel, you need to do something. You need to respond to this video, or actually,
That man never gonna find this shit.
listen, if anybody knows Mr. Kevin Samuel,
Please do not send him this shit.
please send him this video or send him this podcast, because he needs to either respond or make a video of him commenting and possibly scrutinizing another man for their actions, because again, we have to cut this double standard.
I'm not open to being obliterated on camera.
Not
Please.
obliterated, but let's keep it real. This is the internet. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
That's fair.
I'm not trying to cause no smoke.
She choosing violence today.
I'm not.
She say, yo, Kevin Samuel, yo, son.
But I need to hear it. I need to hear
That's
what you have
fair.
to say about men, because I love all types of men. I love our black men, especially. We gotta protect our men out here, but cut the bullshit.
Period. Point blank. Period.
Alright guys, thank you guys for tuning in to this video. We like to hear from you guys, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Period.
And shout out to Bree for bringing me onto her podcast. We did a duo session, so yeah, follow her. Thursdays are for tea.
Thursdays are for tea. Enjoy yourself.
Yes, I will put her information in the description below. So thank you guys for watching.
Period.